Lately, a lot of traders in our group have been setting a goal to take fewer trades per day and really limit the number of trades that they're taking, with the goal of thinking that it's going to also increase their profits. So let's talk about why I think they're right. I limited it to my top 6 reasons why fewer trades leads to better trading psychology, which then leads to a better P&L. So number 1, when you take fewer trades, you eliminate the whole "I need to make it back" spiral. Every trader knows this one, myself included. You start with one small loss, and that leads to emotional discomfort, which leads to an impulsive trade or two, which leads to an even bigger loss, which eventually leads to full-blown tilt. So when you cap your number of trades per day, you cut off that spiral before it even starts. You're forcing yourself to accept the loss instead of trying to erase it. And that shift can really improve your results a lot better than any magical indicator or nonsense course will. Reason number 2 that fewer trades is going to help you in the long run is you're going to stop feeding that dopamine loop. Every trade that we take as retail day traders is a dopamine hit, win or lose. So more trades leads to more stimulation, which leads to more impulsivity. This is why our go hard personality types and culture tends to kind of be dominant, but we don't need to do that because fewer trades leads to fewer dopamine cycles, which leads to more rational decision making. What kind of trader do you want to be? You're basically detoxing your brain from that casino-like feedback loop when you are getting really picky about your trades. Reason number 3 is you remove that illusion of control. So a lot of traders can overtrade because we tend to think that more activity gives us more influence over our outcome. But what I mean by that is, especially coming from our old jobs, a lot of times we think that the more we do, the more trades we take, the more effort we put in, the more time we spend, that we're going to be rewarded more. But markets don't reward effort like that. They reward selectivity. So when you limit your trades, you're admitting that you don't have any control over the market. You just have control over your own entries. That humility right there is a superpower for a retail day trader. Reason number 4 is when you limit your day trades per day, you're going to force yourself to wait for the very best A+ setups. So when you only are allowing yourself to trade 1 to 3 trades a day, you naturally start filtering, is this an A+ setup trade or not? Is the context right? Is the volatility supportive? Is the risk to reward clean? Does it make sense? You stop taking all of those little maybe trades or maybe this will work, because you literally can't afford to waste that trading slot on some nonsense trade like that. And as a result, your average return per trade tends to go up simply because your standards are going up. Let that be a lesson to you ladies also, okay? All right, we're almost there. Reason number 5 that fewer trades helps us as day traders is it helps reduce emotional fatigue. And I don't mean to sound dramatic, but this is true. Every trade that you take drains mental capital. When you take 10 or 20 trades a day, you're exhausted by noon. When you take just a few trades, it helps you stay really sharp. And sharp traders follow their plan. Tired traders improvise, and improvision is where accounts tend to die. All right, and number 6 is you break the whole "I'm a trader, I must trade" identity loop. So a lot of overtrading is really tied to that identity of "I'm a trader, so I should be trading right now. If I'm not in a trade, I'm not doing anything, so I'm not doing my job. So what I really need to be doing is catching every move to prove that I'm really good at this." And that's not really what profitable real traders are doing. And limiting trades forces you to detach, your whole identity of I'm a trader, I must trade, from your activity of taking trades that make sense and are really good setups. So, you end up stop trying to be a trader and you start trying to trade well. It's just a mental shift. And that is the real psychological shift that you need to stop trying to avoid losses and start trying to avoid bad decisions, because that's really what the problem is. That's the entire game right there of home retail day trading. When you trade less, you protect your emotional capital, you protect your financial capital, you protect your discipline, and most importantly, you protect your edge. And when all of those things can stay intact, your P&L naturally trends upward. So I'd love to chat with you more. So let's connect here on my lives or on another video, or we can connect through my website or, of course, the Trading Ranch Discord. All right. Love you. Bye.